So welcome to the Eagle Eye Podcast. My name is Edward Resendez. I'm a senior here, and we have two other students with me.
Hey, I am Louis Cantrell. I'm a freshman.
And I'm EJ Klotz. I'm also a freshman.
So today we're going to be talking about the What If TV show from Marvel. Do you want to describe what If is? Any of you?
Basically, if in the main MCU movies and TV shows, there are specific things that happen. In What If, it's different. It's if that timeline got split because of a certain choice that a certain character made, that leads to a whole completely different set of events.
It's a really good show.
And it's a lead up from the series Loki.
Yes, it's technically a continuation from Loki.
Yeah.
It's the aftermath.
It's the aftermath of different viewpoints, different decisions leading to different timelines.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what If is what if this happens instead of this happened from the movies.
The title says it all.
Yep. What if? How do you guys think the series is going? Like, how do you think?
It's had its ups and downs, definitely. Some of them aren't as well written as others, but it's solid. It's pretty good. It's really good. Like when it's good, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a similar note. Yeah, it's I'm trying to think. Like I feel like some of the writing in it is very. I feel like a lot of the stuff is exaggerated. Like some aspects of it are very exaggerated, which is I think from the animation makes it way more exaggerated than I think it should be.
Yeah,
but I mean I feel like the animation helps it. I feel like it has its ups and downs, like EJ said, but the animation has benefits and downsides to it.
Do you like the series?
Yes.
Okay.
Overall,
Yeah, I feel like it's like, to me, I feel it's like a gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're not going to get situations like this ever again.
No.
Until season 2, I mean. But, like, we're not going to get anything like this. Probably never again, probably.
Okay, so back to the series of What If. Let's go to episode number 1, the intro. So what if Captain Carter were the first Avenger? So this is when Steve Rogers is seriously injured, and Peggy Carter becomes the world's first super soldier. What's your viewpoint on?
It was a really good start. Yeah. I have no idea how there was one, like, her staying in the room. I don't understand how
room?
The room where, because in Captain America she left the room when Steve was in the machine. Because they were in the booth.
They were in the booth.
She was in the booth.
Yeah.
In this, she stayed in the room. I don't understand
why that was
how that changes the dude with the explosive. He was there before. I don't understand how that affected everything the way it did.
Yeah.
It was so minute. Like, I get it, but like that one was just something that shouldn't even mattered. But the episode was very good.
Oh yeah.
So and it was a great start.
You kind of wanted a better
explanation,
reasoning.
I wanted a more logical reason.
Yeah, more logical reason. Okay, that
for
makes
like
sense.
For her to like, for Steve to be out of the machine and her to be in it. I instead of her staying in the room.
They should have given a better reason. Like, I was saying, this is it. This is the moment it changes. I'm like, what?
I'm shocked. Marvel kind of did. They started out with a female swap.
Oh yeah.
Like almost to like a feminism viewpoint in a way of like, it wasn't like a storyline difference. It was like, okay, what if Captain America was a woman or was Peggy?
Yeah, it feels like that, but I mean,
and I'm like, good for Disney. So it wasn't a bad thing. I was like, wow, they just went off the back. They just started it. They just lit the firework and just started all out.
I mean, there's a Star Wars sequel trilogy, but
yeah.
It's different.
Mm-hmm. So, any other thoughts? Episode 1?
No, I just thought it was good.
I guess
it was a very good opening.
Sorry. I guess my main gripe is that it feels basically like you said, it just feels like it's the first Captain America film, but a little different.
Yeah.
Oh. That's why I don't. That's the problem I have with that.
Yeah, it was very similar.
It felt like a little weak story to start.
No, there was one thing that I think they should have done.
Yeah.
Is Steve becoming the Winter Soldier, because
that would have been good.
Because Bucky didn't die on the train, because it was Steve that went there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
quote unquote die. Bucky didn't fall
And he made that stupid joke about, wow, you almost ripped my arm off.
Yeah, but Bucky stayed back while Steve went. I think if Steve became the Winter Soldier instead. In fact, for all we know, that still might happen because we don't know. Because it's a little bit over 100 years later when she comes back out of the portal at the end.
So it could have happened, but like.
I thought that just would have been a neat
twist. Steve was already
twist.
Captain America, though, right?
Right, but he was in the spot Bucky was in.
Because remember, Bucky
but they rescued him, so
yeah.
Because remember,
I don't think
they
that's
did
that
give
would also
Bucky,
be a good. That would change the storyline.
If Steve, that would be a good episode if Steve was the Winter Soldier.
Because you have to remember that because Bucky was given the Super Soldier Serum during his time in like Frozen. They did give it to him.
Yeah.
Which is why he's so strong. It's not just because he has a metal arm.
Well, it helps.
Yeah, it helps, but yeah.
It was it was a good start.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't go off with like a huge bang.
Oh yeah.
But it was just like, okay, we're going with like, swapping characters. That's pretty cool. They had some funny moments and some serious moments about like, the women didn't have very much rights, especially in the 1940s. That was a good, remembering of like, crap.
It was a good use of actually the time period.
Yeah, time period. Like women
time
can't be soldiers, but Peggy was like, screw you. I'm just gonna kick some butt.
I did find it strange that Red Skull's motive was just end goal was just completely changed from getting the Tesseract to opening a space portal. Like, I don't get that at all.
What was his original goal, though?
Remember,
just
get the
weapons?
Tesseract and become super powerful.
Remember, he was to make weapons.
It's been a very long time since I've seen.
Now he wants to open a portal for a space squid.
Hydra's champion! That's what he says.
All right. So it was pretty good. It was a good starter, in my opinion.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, it wasn't like it was enough to lure you in and be like, okay, what's the next story? So, okay, on episode number 2, what if T'Challa became Star-Lord? So the rough tumble space pirates known as the Ravagers abduct T'Challa instead of Peter Quill. I don't know if I have much to say on this one.
No, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, because I haven't seen the movie. I've seen Guardians of the Galaxy, though.
Basically, it's just like he just went outside when he wasn't supposed to, and they thought instead of getting Peter because they were looking for him because he was a Celestial, they got the Wakandan Prince.
I feel like they stretched that a little bit.
I don't, because they were searching for a kid outside.
That's
all they had.
I feel like the reasoning to me made a lot of sense because it said like when they arrived on Earth, like they were like their signal stuff was getting messed up. So like they said like so we went to the place where the signal was being disrupted.
Yeah,
it was
exactly.
Wakanda.
Yeah.
So if it's that would make sense. That would make sense.
I didn't hear that. Okay, that makes more sense. I've had a friend of mine. He's like, I don't like the fact that T'Challa could persuade Thanos.
Yeah,
I did though.
That was surprising.
That was super cool because it left the gap for the Collector for one, and two. Peter is more like gung ho when it comes to like going and doing things.
Yeah.
Like he's just like, okay, I'm gonna come back. He's like not a question at all. But like T'Challa thinks more about, I guess, a peace side of things. Yeah. And the fact that he convinced Thanos is nuts.
But the fact that he convinced Thanos
but
Thanos
you can
is
see,
so blindsided by the fact
you can
that he
still
wants
see
to
throughout,
destroy half the population of the universe.
He still wants that evidently throughout the episode, or thinks it's a good idea because he's like, no, it's not genocide if you really think about it, because it's only half. Which I just thought was really funny.
Honestly, my favorite joke in that episode was what's the guy's name? The guy from the first Guardians film who like chases Star. No. Korath.
Yeah, okay.
I love how he keeps on calling him Thanos Captain Genocide.
Oh,
that was so funny. That was so funny.
I also did really like how T'Challa made a better name for himself than Peter did. Like, because at the beginning he's like, "Oh my God, you're Star-Lord."
Yeah.
But in Guardians, he's like,
no
"Who are you?"
It's so true though. I agree with that 100%. That T'Challa would be a lot more well known.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. One thing I like about the change of character is that you have T'Challa, who is quite honestly probably like one of the happiest persons in the universe, and then I like how like it gives you the idea that Peter did care about people. That was very much shown during his childhood that he cared about things, but I like how it shows you how T'Challa obviously actually is more important because he actually cares not just about himself, but he cares about everything else. He doesn't just think of himself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Any else?
The ending where they found it went to Peter working at like a fast food place, and Ego comes in. His dad Ego comes in the door. The Celestial.
Oh,
Because so like instead of him finding Ego went out and searched for him.
I don't know why I didn't just do that in the first place.
Yeah.
Because. Yeah. Anyways.
Because he's not a good father.
But, so not saying anything, but I think so. The mid-season trailer came out, and there is a shot that shows Ego with Peter. So I think so. That's not the end of it. We still going to see more.
Yeah, no. There are a few episodes that are definitely going to be continued.
That's interesting.
Either later in the season or in season 2.
Because if Ego does go with Ego,
there's footage. There's footage.
A lot of things.
Yeah. They do a mid-season
there's
trailer.
footage.
Okay.
Of later stuff.
They do mid-season trailers that actually show a lot more footage than we thought they would.
Oh, okay.
And like stuff that hasn't even happened yet. So it's not like it was cut footage.
Okay.
It's like stuff that was
that they're probably saving for later.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's pretty much it.
That's all.
Episode 3. The world lost its mightiest heroes. I can't.
Basically, Avengers die. Basically,
yeah, it's someone killing the Avengers before Nick Fury hires them.
I thought it was a good episode, but it was like not my favorite. It was just kind of. It was interesting, but it was just kind of weak overall. Like there wasn't much going for it other than, Hank Pym is evil and became Yellow Jacket instead of Ant-Man because his daughter died.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think.
Well,
it's
like just, I feel like episode 2 was more weaker than episode 3.
Really?
Ooh. One thing, it got darker.
I did like Loki intervening.
Really
I did
Loki's
like Loki intervening.
It kind of switched from.
It was like a murder mystery.
Oh, these are interesting storylines to
murder
let's go
mystery.
more negative.
Basically, more.
I also liked the comments towards Thor that
Coulson
and Hawkeye made.
Yeah.
They're just like it's like tall, muscular man, very nice hair. Wow, really nice hair. And he's like, sir, that is an accurate description.
Hawkeye would honestly say that.
I think that was Coulson that said that.
Yeah, it was Hawkeye confirmed it afterwards.
Yeah.
He's like, he was right. Wow.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not really see this episode too much. I know most about it really.
Oh,
the ending was cool.
Like not fully.
Okay.
I think the fight was cool, but I think
the
Hulk exploded. I forgot about that.
The Hulk scene
the
scares
ending
me.
of the episode, I feel like was a little weak. It was like, it was Ant-Man.
It was yellow. I did like that he was Yellow Jacket, but that's what I meant. I thought the reasoning was like weird, especially since he's like, we cared about it. He's like, okay, I'm going to jail now.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
I'm surprised they got away with the Hulk scene killing.
Well, it's because
this
it was
is only
green.
TV-14.
It's green.
Wait till we get to zombies episode.
I know. It was interesting because it just exploded. I was like,
and then you saw at the end what actually happened, and he went into his heart. And like just made it expand.
I'm trying to think.
But then at the end they were like, the other Avengers, so like Captain Marvel and stuff.
And Captain America's still alive.
And Captain America, yeah.
Oh yeah, because
he hasn't been unfrozen yet.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
But I thought no, that actually doesn't make sense because by the time Iron Man and Iron Man 2 is happening, Cap is most likely out of ice.
But would
I think so.
But he probably.
This wasn't during Iron Man 2.
Remember during Iron Man 2, that's when he gets the shot. That's when he's at the donut shop. That's
yeah,
Iron
you're
Man
right.
2.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I don't know.
So I mean, whatever. But I recently just watched Ant-Man from my chronological order, and I feel like after watching Ant-Man, because Hank actually mentions that like hope is what kept him sane from going crazy. So
you're right.
So now I feel like that his motive for going bad for Hope actually makes way more sense.
Yes. I don't watch that.
Because the reason it changed was because Hope
was killed in Ukraine.
The Shield, right? It became an agent.
And I have a theory about how she died. Because in Winter Soldier, Black Widow mentions that she was doing a mission in Ukraine and the Winter Soldier was there and killed her target.
I'm pretty sure it was the Winter Soldier. Yeah.
So it's implied that it's most likely
implied.
Bucky that killed her.
That killed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
And he became.
Yeah.
Is Hope
Hope's Wasp.
Hope is the Wasp,
the Wasp? Okay.
the new one,
the
not Janet. Janet is Hank's wife.
Yeah.
The daughter.
Yes.
Yeah, the daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I keep getting the names confused of those. Okay.
Yeah. People get confused sometimes.
Okay. I liked it more than 2, I would say, episode 3. But that's my person. I'm a sucker for mystery.
Oh yeah,
I love
and
mystery.
especially murder mysteries.
That's a good
Murder
point.
mysteries
I
are my
just think it
favorite.
was a little weak when it came to murder mystery in general.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I understand that. It got me on the edge of my seat though. I was like, who?
Yeah, I'm like, why are they
is
invisible?
killing them?
How is he invisible? Oh wait, he wasn't invisible. He was just really
It's just
small.
really small. It was like, oh, that makes sense.
'Cause it's Ant-Man.
Okay. Anything else, or move on?
Mhm.
Okay.
That's really it.
Episode 4. That is, what if Doctor Strange lost his heart instead of his hands?
This one
So
is my
EJ.
favorite.
They went dark.
I
yeah.
loved this
They-
episode so much. It was so good.
I feel like the reasoning for Doctor Strange's character in the episode honestly felt like that. I feel like this is the episode that I feel like could actually happen. In terms of the
Yes.
MCU, would make the most sense of happening.
And I could see it being played in alternate multiverses also, because
Yeah.
how powerful he is at the end.
Yeah.
It's
but at the
stupid.
end,
But that
doesn't mean he's dead.
He's actually in a sphere though.
oh yeah,
Yeah, he's a
right.
He's
Slowly
killed.
just trapped, and he's not dead. And he could easily probably make a portal to another multiverse.
I mean, who knows? He might be in another episodes.
yeah.
I think just
I hope not, because that's scary. But
I think just the way that this was done, I thought the timeline split was weird.
Yeah.
But it made sense, I guess, kind of. But I don't know, the fact that he was fine for the most part. But what's her name? His girlfriend's name.
I
Yeah.
forgot. Doctor Girl.
I can't remember what her name is, but if she dies instead, and I like once he mastered the Eye of Agamotto, or no, later after he went back in time to try and fix that, but no, it was an absolute, so he couldn't change that,
Yeah, you can't change.
and
an
changing the
quantity.
absolute just broke the universe in the end.
I feel like that might be foreshadowing for not just continuously What If, but also for multiverse continuing into the actual
Multiverse of
live
Madness.
action films.
yes,
It might be. I think we might be getting foreshadowing and a warning.
I liked it a lot.
I thought
It was a nice dark.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, they made something even darker than episode 3.
Yeah, I like how for the first time the Watcher can be seen.
Yes.
That's
and he talks to Strange as well, but you could slowly see throughout all the episodes that
Yeah.
the Watcher
I was gonna mention
Is
that.
is
He
kind
gets
of
closer.
he's getting closer for one, and
you
he's
can see
also
him more.
he's also you can see him I need to intervene, I can't intervene, I need to intervene, I can't intervene.
He also
Yeah.
becomes less cosmic. He becomes more.
Well, it's just because of how close he's getting.
Yeah.
The mystery of him is becoming less and less in each episode, and Doctor Strange episode 4 really puts the light of
Mm-hmm.
I mean.
oh, that's what he looks like, and
Yeah, I mean.
he actually has a heart,
Yeah, and you're also considering the fact that we've already seen the Watchers in live action before. Guardians Volume 2. When they were doing the jump points, there was a moment with Stan Lee in space with the space suit, and he's talking to those people. Those are the Watchers.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So it's not like this is their first appearance in terms of actual MCU, but it's probably a different version of them.
Yeah.
Cause those
Can't
guys-
be. It physically can't be because the Watchers, I'm pretty sure, are just multi-dimensional beings.
Yeah.
It is one guy for every multiverse.
I mean, he does look different, but to be fair, that's animation. So
He's the same one telling us all these stories. So
yeah, space is just bedtime stories technically.
It's true. So episode 5 is the very 180 of What If Zombies.
Oh.
Everyone's been very hyped for it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I wanted it at the beginning.
everyone wanted it, but it ended up it wasn't written well. It just wasn't written well.
Yeah,
It was visually cool.
visually,
but-
yeah.
It was just too much packed into at once.
It was surprisingly gory.
It was. There was a reference to Infinity War, so I can't remember his name, but the big guy that's Thanos's
Cool.
dude,
Yeah.
Cole Obsidian
Cole
in,
Obsidian, Cole Obsidian specifically.
Ebony Maw.
His head was chopped off. Hand was chopped off in
in
Infinity War.
by Wong.
by Wong. You can see Wong eating his hand.
I also like the scene of Captain America getting sliced in half.
Oh,
That was
That was a
very
great
cool.
scene.
yeah.
Part of it, again, was super cool. I just thought there were some parts of it that weren't,
Oh yeah, definitely.
that didn't live to a bunch of people's expectations.
The actions were really nice.
The action
It
was nice, but the
actual
story part was a bit
storyline.
loose.
That was, yeah, it was very good. What about Vision? That part.
I feel like honestly that makes sense since there's
Seems reasonable.
would make sense. I mean, obviously, if Wanda would become that crazy and do
Yeah.
that in WandaVision,
I'm just confused on if Wanda hasn't eaten in like weeks.
She'd been snacking on T'Challa.
Yeah, I was like, but she's
His
been
leg.
snacking on
his leg.
T'Challa's
T'Challa.
leg.
Like, what do you mean she hasn't been eating? I feel like that was a little mistake, and I was like, there's a lot more T'Challa. I was like, I don't want T'Challa to die. I like him.
Oh, I thought. Honestly, I thought the cast of characters that survived surprised me. There was some surprise.
Yes.
I think Kurt from Ant-Man.
Yeah, I don't know
saw
why
the guy. That was honestly, I was like, excuse me.
Did he die?
Yeah, he died. Remember, he got pulled by Wanda when he said Baba Yaga.
Oh, yeah. the
Oh, if there's one thing I don't like about the episode, I don't like how they just walk over the Avengers' death so quickly.
Yes.
They just walk out and they're like, let's do this.
Especially Bruce. Bruce Banner, when he comes back, he's just like, there's zombies, okay, bye.
Yeah.
I feel like Iron Man's infection doesn't make sense. He has the armor around him.
Helmet.
Yeah, but still.
Well,
No,
eventually.
he didn't have the...
Oh,
But then remember, they reform. But I mean, to be fair, remember the only reason why it didn't reform.
All they have to do is get a bite of skin.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, like...
But he can also fly.
Well, also the Avengers would also attack him.
Yeah.
So they still have the functionality of what they do, but they
Yeah.
just want to kill
I
him.
mean, I feel like Black Widow and Hawkeye getting killed like immediately. Honestly, would make sense.
I don't know why they sent the five Avengers?
Like some of the most important
Yeah,
ones.
like the
just
5
straight in.
Avengers to an entire zombie infected city.
I'm
like, why don't you just nuke it?
I'm just
Like,
confused.
honestly.
I'm confused what their plan was. Oh yeah, let's just walk straight in front of
Yeah,
them and
let's
let's
just
just start
send, like-
punching them.
It's like we have millions of zombies. Let's send 5 people.
Let's just walk
It's
straight
like,
into the
wait,
crowd.
What? It's like they're going to get surrounded. What? I didn't like that part because it just seemed like, we'll just send them.
I think a lot of the episode in general was just pretty messy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I think IGN said it best. It's like they give it like a 5. They're like it had good
5 out of
action.
what?
5 out of like 10.
Okay.
They said like it was good action, but like not good storytelling or like world building at all. And like that's a good way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a zombie thing. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. It was I did enjoy that they brought in characters that didn't have a lot of limelight.
Oh yeah, like I would say Happy, but
Most
like
of
Sharon
everyone.
Carter.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'll say everyone.
Sharon
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I know.
Yeah.
Still.
Okay, we'll go with the next one, the last one. All of you have seen it, right?
Yes.
Okay, what if Killmonger rescued Tony Stark?
I thought that one was super far-fetched, but the episode was really good. I don't understand why he was there. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why wasn't he there in the original movie? Why was he not? I was undercover. He just wasn't there in Iron Man 1. This doesn't make sense for him to just be there. I get
My
it.
roommate explained it to me,
chance.
and it made perfect sense. And I'm trying to remember.
It was the 10. He was.
It's his
Tony was
chance.
captured by the 10 rings.
Yeah.
Killmonger's undercover at the 10 rings, but he wasn't in Iron Man 1. That's my point.
Yeah. It's just saying,
different
probably
universe.
Killmonger saw the reasoning. He was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, this is more important, so he went over to
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Yeah, people theorize that you know, I mean, one thing Killmonger is known for throughout Black Panther and this
Yeah.
is like he's a bunch of steps ahead. Like what he does is not random. He intentionally does it because he knows that's gonna work.
Mhm.
So people theorize that like I don't know if this is the theory he was bringing up, but people theorize that that Killmonger knew that the 10 rings would be kidnapping Tony, and he knows that Tony is a really powerful dude. So
He
if
literally
he
said
saves
that.
him, yeah, no, but I mean, it would make sense why Killmonger's there. It's just that he just knows that Tony is a really powerful guy and he can play him.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of found it out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But, like-
it did have the sense of out of nowhere, even though.
Like
I've only seen
the
one of
other
movies,
episodes,
but,
at least had like, hey, we have the base from the other movies already. But this was just like, let's add the character into Iron Man.
True. I would, even though it's out of nowhere, I would say this is the best storyline so far, out of all of them.
It's enjoyable.
It's
Interesting,
enjoyable.
To me, I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would have.
It seemed longer to me.
Yeah.
Episode 6. And I was like, when is this over? But like, I didn't want it to be over because there was just so much crap happening, and no one was winning but Killmonger.
I'm still confused about how Tony died from getting stabbed in the shoulder.
Blood.
I guess, yeah, but people are like still like, why did he just die so randomly?
That's true.
I mean, blood loss, but I mean,
It was stabbed right here.
Well, like,
It was right
that's-
here.
it was like right here. That's enough.
He went out on his own terms. Because if he didn't die, Killmonger would just slice his
like
throat.
how the American government was like, Tony Stark died. Let's just
Let's
destroy
just-
Wakanda, I guess.
Let's just invade Wakanda. There's not like a Geneva Convention or anything.
Bro,
about it.
Killmonger is like sitting on the throne like
I think-
I'm three
yeah.
steps ahead.
No, I don't think it was them killing Tony Stark. I was them killing, even though it was Killmonger, but it was Rhodey's death that did that because he was a
forced
soldier.
Yeah.
And then we had Black Panther die. I was surprised that he died like that.
I know. I was like,
Okay, bye.
I doubt T'Challa could die like that quickly.
It just depends because he was
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't exactly.
He was more
expecting it.
surprised.
But that was
attack than
yeah.
it
But to be
was-
fair, that was the old suit, which
It-
had
that
the helmet
too.
come off.
Oh, okay.
Because remember the new one of Black Panther, which you haven't seen.
I haven't seen him. Sorry.
It's like a nano. It's like Iron Man's armor in
Okay.
Infinity War. It's like nanotech. Like it forms around him. Like that's probably why.
Is it?
Yeah, remember it's like
no,
Tony's
I
armor.
saw it once.
Oh, so yeah, basically, the suit was upgraded in Black Panther.
I
to
remember
where
that. I remember
it was like
it
a
was
nano
upgraded.
suit like armor, like Iron Man's new one.
Yeah.
That's why people theorize that like the Iron Man's new armor is based off of Wakandan tech,
Oh, okay.
because actually is canon now that Shuri actually shared Wakandan technology with Tony, which is why his armor is so different.
I
That's
liked
cool.
episode 6. Episode
Oh,
6
yeah.
is probably one of my favorite,
Yes.
besides Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange
Oh,
was
yeah.
by far the best one that has been released.
Yeah.
We definitely episode 6 is gonna be another. There's gonna be another one. I would say.
Oh, yeah.
Same with the
Like,
zombies
there has
one.
to be the zombie one.
Yeah, zombies. I feel like the ones that should get a sequel or like a continuation. Zombies. Maybe the Killmonger Tony Stark one.
I would say definitely because
We've
they're
seen
definitely
footage.
hinting.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
We've
okay.
there's footage out in that mid-season trailer of
And there was
the
big
continuation.
hints on a continuation on
Mhm.
it.
I'm trying to think what else. Captain
Pepper
Carter.
better have. Oh, he didn't even have the Iron Man suits made though, so never mind. But
Pepper
Yeah, so they don't have
Pepper-
Iron Man
What?
suits.
Pepper could have had the. Oh, I can't rescue. That's her
Pepper
name.
Potts was like on her A game. Like she knew.
So much better than Gwyneth
Like
Paltrow. It wasn't
she
Gwyneth
knew
Paltrow, right?
Killmonger was
Yeah.
evil.
It wasn't.
What?
It wasn't Gwyneth Paltrow, right?
I don't think it was.
Oh,
It
God.
sounded like her.
I don't like her. I
Yeah,
don't like
yeah, there's a
Gwyneth
lot of
Paltrow.
controversy with her.
Like she knew exactly that Killmonger was evil. Do you remember her quote? Or what she said?
What was it?
No.
I slightly do. She said, everyone who meets Tony always wants
Oh, that.
something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
Always wants something.
See,
and this is the problem is he doesn't want anything. Let's get
Yeah.
this Killmonger's just that good at acting.
It's
You know, he
because
wanted something.
yeah, Killmonger always wants something, but
Yeah.
he's smart enough not to lay it bare.
Yeah.
He's smart enough to be like, oh, I'm not just gonna let you just know what I want.
I just thought it was
Mhm.
a
gonna
really cool
play it.
quote. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. He's like, I don't sense anything.
Killmonger
from it.
feels like
That's
a
why
better.
he's-
Honestly,
something's off.
Killmonger feels like a better Loki because he's good at lying.
True.
He feels like the better version of a
It's
Loki.
so true.
And he's not even a Loki.
It's like, Loki's like the comical version of
Mhm.
Killmonger.
Yeah, he's like the. What's that one line when he got kidnapped again in like the 4th episode? Look, he's like, I'm like the god of self sabotage.
yeah.
I'm like, you kind of are.
So, in more detail, how do you think the series is going?
I mean,
Because it's not as broad. We can talk about more specifics now. 'Cause we
Yeah.
went through each one.
I mean, I feel like one thing I think that the show is good at is how like I feel like each episode, yeah, I mean they can fit on their own, but like I like how they just do whatever they want with what they have,
Yeah.
and that's what I like about the show. Yeah, although it's canon, but cynically since it's multiverse, they can do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Because, like, even walking on, like, a blade of grass
I think-
will change the multiverse.
I feel like that to enjoy the show, like yeah, you have to understand some of the films, but leave the reasoning for them happening behind because that's not the point of the show.
Yeah.
It's not showing why or how like the sense of it should make sense. It's not supposed to. That's the point of it. I think that's what makes it strong. It's like, I mean, it could happen,
Yeah.
but like, don't think about why or how it could happen.
Yeah. It's just like a couple friends talking. What if this happens?
It's like a multiversal thing. So I mean,
Yeah.
not every universe is the same. That's the point of a multiverse.
Yeah.
I think it's just overall going really well. It's a fresh take for Marvel, I guess, because it's all been live action shows.
Yeah.
The animation's been super nice for the most part. The models have been really good for the representing the actors. Wong's looked a bit iffy, but other than that, they looked pretty good.
Yeah.
So, do you like the series? I like it to extents that it's like it's enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I like the ideas of like, what if this happens? What if this happens? I love that, but I'm not a huge fan of like, I don't know, the timing.
Yeah.
It seems really fast forward. Like
Yeah.
the timing's really fast, and it makes sense because it's like, oh, they go over some movie parts. You're like,
Yeah.
we've already seen this, so let's just move on, and that's perfectly understandable. But
Yeah.
the pace is a little off for me, I would say.
Yeah, I feel like for the show, I think they should start focusing on like they are focusing a lot of the big films.
Yes.
Focus on some of the small films,
Mhm.
like some of the Ant-Man films, some
Yeah.
of the Thor films. Definitely Thor. Thor needs attention.
Isn't that what they're doing right now?
It's not an next episode.
Isn't that what just happened today?
Oh, you guys will figure that out later on tonight.
Yeah. Ending thoughts.
I really like the show. I'm super excited what they're gonna do for season 2 if that ends up happening.
Good show.
A lot of cliffhangers they
Keep
left it on.
just keep surprising us.
Yes. I'm okay with the surprises.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do enjoy it. It's not my favorite, but I enjoy watching it. It's only like 30 minutes long
Yeah.
each episode.
The
So
surprises
if it
feel
was
worth
an
it.
hour, I'll be like, but it's only 30 minutes, so it's very just like enjoyable to watch. Okay. Is everyone else has final thoughts? Or
Yeah.
Leave it to Nissan to spoil the whole show.
Listen to Nissan, a car company.
It's a car company.
Okay, so that is the end of our podcast. I hope you
Alright.
guys enjoy. Eagle Eye sign out.